Hello Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, it's Friday the 13th and I thought I'd spend some time with Mother Voorhees and her special boys, but I got distracted by my DVD collection. I was looking at CHH channel, whatever his name is. He went through all his Friday the 13th videos, DVDs and everything, and Laserdiscs and everything, and I was a little jealous, but I don't know, it did make me want to go through my collection, which is less, but, you know, I still love it. So, I have all my Friday the 13th stuff in a folio, basically. I don't have anything in physical cases anymore because I don't have the space. But it just starts off with a nice poster of the 4 sort of big horror fiends, including Jason. And then there's just one from that same era of him, the makeup and the original makeup. And then, for some reason, I had this Friday the 13th calendar, and I didn't keep it. I don't know why. I just kept the back page, which had all the pictures that featured in it, and I threw it out. I have no idea why. I don't know what possessed me to do that. There's the cards. I bought a whole box. I got a whole set, and then someone I was friends with as a kid, who was supposedly coming over to swap some of the doubles I had with ones he had, because he didn't have a full set and I did, because I bought a whole box and he didn't. And I was late coming home, and he got there before me, broke into my house and took the complete collection and left me with the doubles, which I still need 38 cards to finish the collection. And he stole all the Topps cards that came with the comic adaptation. So yeah, not bitter about that one. And here we have the actual novelization of Part 3, which is the only novelization I've managed to find. There's a bunch of them that have been released over the years that have bits from the film that weren't in, well, from the scripts that weren't in the film, you know, because they were there when they were writing the novelization, which are very interesting. I've heard about some of them, but I haven't read them all. This is my first sell-through that I bought for Friday the 13th Part 2, and I'm covering the fact that there's a really big mark where a sticker came off from a rental store, and I'm covering it with a sell-through Part 2 from the UK, which was really awful. The only good part about it was the row of pictures on the back, and the fact that the title was on the side that way, so when you stood it up on the shelf you could actually read it. So I kept that part to cover the other part. And sadly, my only really nice sell-through cover from, you know, the original releases is Friday the 13th Part 6 Jason Lives, which is my favourite. So I have that. It's nice condition. Then I bought Friday the 13th Part 9 Jason Goes to Hell. I've always known as Jason Goes to Hell. I bought this directly from Video Traders in Launceston when it came out on video, so it cost me like $100 or something, because it was a rental video and that's how much they charged. And then that's the sell-through of it, which they really butchered that cover. I don't know why they did that. And yeah, it was the same pan scan and everything and nothing extra. And of course it had the DVD later had a scene selection, which is here with one of the covers from one of the packs of cards. And then now I had a book that a relative who I hate gave me on horror movies, and I threw the book out because I couldn't stand it because it was from them. But I kept some of the pages that had the original poster art, which I thought I could put in here and put along with the scene selection cards. So I did that with a couple of them. So that's the scene selection, if you all remember scene selection cards that came with them. And now we have the actual DVDs. This is the Australian Friday the 13th, which, you know, I'm going to move that around. I think the light's better. I hate this packaging. This artwork sort of throws back to a video that had the cabin in the woods with just a single light on and that's it, and Friday the 13th in white, which at least resembled the credit a little bit. But this is not Friday the 13th writing. It's like they're just cheaped out. But it does have the uncut version of the film, and everything's going to be upside down on this side. That's not going to work. So yeah. So at least it had some nice inside artwork. And the 2-disc DVD. It's a nice artwork as well. So, I mean, it's there for the extra features, but it's also there because of the cover. The original, though, is my favourite, of course, the original art. And I love that I have the first 4 in a stretch kept the original art. Damn, the insides all have pictures. I'm not going to flip it around every time. But unfortunately, after they did the 4th one, they started doing these really cheap Photoshop ones. But some nice fan recreated the original style with the actual original art. And I have these, which they look pretty good. They're not print quality. They're like printer paper. But and they're a little cluttered, but they're nice. So I have them. They even did the Friday the 13th Part 9, Jason Goes to Hell, and Friday the 13th Part 9, Jason X covers. And then we come to the... yeah, I know I could just turn the camera, but... the special editions, where 2 of them were actual special editions and the rest were just different artwork for the same discs. So 2 and 3 were special editions with new special features and different prints. The other ones were just the originals, the original disc basically, with new artwork. But it's quite striking. The blood on the white looks really good. But yeah, no new special features for the later episodes or anything, the later movies. It's not Star Wars, not episodes, Stephen. But yeah, and then we get to my favourite find, which was the box set of the DVDs from I think the UK or America. I saw them, wasn't in the budget, just bought it right off the shelf, $150, just with didn't even think to look for it elsewhere for cheaper. It was like, Friday the 13th box set, extra disc, special features, have to have it. Boom, went home and watched it. Very exciting. And that's what it had, the Chronicles, the 8-part featurettes, the Secrets Behind the Gore, Crystal Lake Victims Tell All, Tales from the Cutting Room Floor, Facts and Collectables, Scary Trailers. It was awesome. And they came with 2 discs per set, or 2 movies per disc, and each had their own little disc. And they had some art, but sort of the similar kind of Photoshop art that they use for the DVDs 5 and 6 and all that, which it looks okay in this set, but on its own it looks awful. So they had commentaries and that as well, some of them. Art on the inside. This is, yes, it started to look really crappy, this art, but doesn't show as much in this. It really shows in place of the original ones where you should have just had the original artwork. On the inside. And this is the extra disc, the killer extras, which is awesome. And it even had a little bit of information, a little bit of description of what actually was on there. These are the ugly covers, which I kept out of pity, I guess. But they do have some images from, but they just were awful Photoshop instead of using the original art or the original style. They're just woeful. Cringe. I mean, the Friday the 13th Part 8 is almost interesting. I mean, Part 7 isn't awful. It's just him, basically. And they use a little bit of the original artwork on the back there. But, yeah. Just a couple little pictures extra. But, I don't know, I almost like this one, but the colours are awful. But yeah, they're just hideous. And I really wish they had just used the original artwork. That would have been amazing. Yeah. That part's always been interesting. It's just him in front of some signage. And of course, Jason Goes to Hell. The sell for a DVD. Actually, I think it was Pan Scan. Yeah, 4.3. It was awful. But and the cover was awful. But yeah, I still bought it. Yeah, nothing really much on the inside. Just a little picture of Jason. This was, of course, the unrated and R-rated versions. The American version with the deleted scenes and commentary and everything. TV version scenes. It's pretty awesome. It hasn't been released in Australia, so this is a Zone 1. I don't know if they put it on Blu-ray. I don't think they did for here. No, they did in the US box set. And the regular Jason X, of course. And the remake Friday the 13th, which has 2 covers, which I guess I have to be nice to flip over. And of course, his name is Jason, which I forgot I had. I still don't have Crystal Lake Memories. That was released, I think, on Blu-ray. I don't know if it was released on DVD. This was a big convention where they went around and interviewed everyone. Of course, Freddy vs. Jason. That's one of the later local ones with different art. The New Line Platinum Edition one. And the Blu-ray. There are some Blu-ray covers hidden under the other covers, but usually they're the exact same art, but just with less pictures because there's less space, so they just end up hidden. And the Scene Selection, which was a fold-over one with more art. But just, yeah. That's it. And at the back of that is some random Freddy's Dead poster book I ended up with. And what else? Oh, it's just my Freddy stuff because I don't have much Freddy stuff. Just a few, one box set basically and a couple of videos. Freddy's Dead, New Nightmare, which of course I'm shadowing. And then the box set, which had really plain art, where they just had the original art just inside a little black frame and some basic text, and that's it for the whole set. And I know it's a Freddy video, a Jason video, I'm showing Freddy stuff, but they're kind of connected, and I guess that's why they're on the same folio. And of course the Blu-ray and the remake. And a random card from that book I threw out because I hate the ability to go to. So that's my little Friday the 13th set. And yeah, the book, I think I've done a look inside that before. And yep, I just want to share those DVD covers with people because I collect them, I love them, I think they're beautiful. I'm going to get more foreign ones and just different ones I don't have. I always get them when I see them. Yep, I'm going to go. Happy Friday the 13th. Bye.